Greetings, students. My name is Mrs. Satterfield, and I am one of the English 10 Honors teachers this year. I wanted to speak with you about what our course centers around, and is driving question of identity and relationships. Who am I, and how do I fit in or not to the world around me through the literature that we read, the discussions that we have, and the writing that we do. Much of our curriculum is centered around one of these global concepts. We explore personal cultural expressions, orientation in space and time, scientific and technical innovation, along with identity and relationships. And we explore these concepts through our anticipated texts that we study throughout the year. We read a dramatic play, Oedipus the King, a memoir, our one nonfiction piece, The Color of Water. We read a variety of poems by Nikki Giovanni, a local to Virginia, native to the area. We read her works, and of course, a classic, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. We do discuss a lot of literary analysis, and much of our assessments are around this particular writing skill set. Obviously, we explore other forms of writing, but we do emphasize this analysis piece where students would be able to form their own opinions and be able to justify those opinions through the evidence that they are able to produce from the text that they read, and then reasonings behind that. So we participate in a lot of writing and practice, 1 to multi-paragraph essays. We do quite a bit of oral discussions, both at the informal and formal level. Students are afforded the opportunity to speak individually, again, formal and informal level. And then we also have students express their understandings through visual representations, and there's a variety that we also offer and afford our students to demonstrate this learning. English 10 Honors is the IB Language and Literature course, and we are an IB World School, and so our English course is taught through the MYP Learning Framework. Alongside that are assessments, and in our assessments, our rubrics lay out criteria, and these are competency areas in the course. So how students analyze, how they're able to organize information and ideas, how they are able to produce text in writing, speaking, or visually, and then of course using language as they express themselves verbally and in writing. We do read literary and non-literary texts, and we always encourage our students to come to class with an open mind, be ready to think, be ready to talk, and be ready to write at all forms of levels, whether it's informally, casually, formally, or very prepared. We always make sure that our students are ready to engage in the learning. Along with our curriculum, part of the MYP capstone project is the personal project. And I say capstone project because the MYP at South Lakes is 9th and 10th grade, and 10th grade is the final year here at South Lakes. This is an independent project where students pick a topic of choice. We always encourage students to pick something that they're very much interested in and possibly already doing. So when students select a topic, we ask them, are you extending something that you already know and want to enrich yourself, or are you wanting to learn something brand new that you've always wanted to explore? So we usually enter in with one of those as a choice for a personal project topic. It is taught through English classes. However, your supervisor will be someone you select from the building that will serve as your mentor, and they will help guide you with completing your personal project because it is an independent, student-initiated, but lots of teacher guidance and support. We research and we write through journal entries. We meet with our supervisors. We support students with their final report and offer templates and drafts. And then there is an opportunity to present at the personal project fair. There are also included library lessons as well as in-class lessons by your English teacher. Here are some examples of personal projects that our South Lake students have done in the past. For the most part, personal projects are individual projects. We've had some students get into pairs. Here we have an example on the left side of a group of friends that came together to fundraise for a particular organization because they had a friend who was living with this particular disease. And so they banded together, enlisted support of their families and community members to raise funds for this cure. On the top right, my former student Danielle, she was very much passionate about design and she designed her own tiny home for the tiny house project. She ended up sharing her design with HGTV and she was so pleasantly surprised to have received a letter back from them. On the bottom right, my student Hannah, she was really into design and 3D printing. And so she set off to create her own Rubik's Cube. And so this is her final product at the end, and it was quite a learning experience for her. On the bottom left, my student Meredith, she had been swimming since she was very young and she wanted to continue her swimming career. She wanted to extend herself in the way of teaching videos. So on the left, you see that she's doing land tutorials, and on the right, she's doing the water tutorials. So she enlisted some help to video her, but her personal project was to teach land and water tutorials for all the 4 swim strokes. These are just examples of what students have done in the past in my class. There are many more that students have pursued, such as composing music, building a table, making blankets and then donating those blankets to pet shelters. Also, students went ahead and even paired up and then worked to create some sort of a service experience where they would go out to a local park or farm, like Frying Pan Farm Park, and beautify their grounds. So there are many things that students can choose to do. If you have any questions about the course itself or the personal project, here's a list of all the teachers teaching English 10 Honors this year. Of course, you're more than welcome to email me directly for anything personal project, MYP, or English 10 Honors courses. Thank you.